Hello, this is Chiak, and we are continuing on with we're playing Tangle Tower, which I don't know whether to call this a sequel or even if it's a continuation of the Detective Grimoire game. From the synopsis, it doesn't look like it. It also looks like there's two playable characters, so I actually do not know if it is a continuation from the whole hunter thing from the last game. But this does seem to be the follow-up game, at least the games that are on Steam. So we're gonna play Tangle Tower, which obviously, as you can tell, it's fairly recent. Oh yes, let's create a new file. Okay. Everything's really dramatic. Okay, music. Tangle Tower, mid-afternoon. Lake's Edge.
You ready, Sally?
Grimoire, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Like I was pointing everything out to us. Case file. Murder victim, Freya Fellow, 19. Died while painting a portrait of Freya Fellow, 58. Location, Flora's Tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. Okay, this definitely got interesting. Tangle Tower, a small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays it goes by Tangle Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It is surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors. The lake is enclosed by sheer, pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. Tangle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Okay, that seems to be it for that. Curious. Got the map, but he says, alright, and so we don't know. We have to explore and find the locations. So, can we...
It's a bird bath.
Okay.
Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that.
Okay.
It's a bird bath.
Oh,
Is that
so
just
this
rain?
is just
They're
about
even
the birds.
doot,
Please don't
I
do
bet.
that. It's a path. Or walking.
The ground's moist, but it's not muddy. Wonder how often it rains here.
I cannot believe how exciting this murder investigation is already. That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah, water with poison in it. What are they?
Wind chimes. Silent, wooden wind chimes.
Okay.
It's just an archway, but it seems a little ominous. Like walking through it might give you bad luck.
Too late.
Anything more
So,
with you?
who do you think did it?
Sally, you know full well we haven't met a single suspect yet. We haven't even been to the crime scene.
Still, I reckon I've got it all worked out.
Okay. Well, I think with that...
It's a garden, I think. It's
We could walk closer to it.
ready when you are.
Okay, so we have to use this in order to go there. Got it. Because before it was like a walk symbol that we had to change to.
It's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Damaged tape. The cassette tape has been damaged by water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. Okay, is this just gonna be... Yeah, okay, alright.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster.
I just realized there's like the base.
Playing a harp.
playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Oh.
This isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not going to solve this just yet.
No. I definitely do not
Let's come back later.
have anything to...
It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Okay. An old weather statue of an amphibious creature holding a large harp. Symbols are engraved on each of the harp's 4 column segments. Okay. For some reason, I look at this and think of like kappa.
The pond has little stone feet.
Seems a bit superfluous.
You're superfluous. Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
Spooky. What do
Okay.
you think it's for?
I'm just wondering
No.
if it's like the mouth was the same thing as anything else.
This is some garden.
Do the plants all look a little strange to you?
Also, I just realized where
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard. It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
Okay,
This
wait.
is some
Do the
garden.
plants all look a little... It's a bandstand.
Bit small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
I would think a gazebo, but sure.
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to say, too quiet?
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
Okay.
It's quiet.
I know.
You're
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
What about back
That
here?
must be Tangle Tower.
Okay. So I don't think there's anything more we can look at, so let's venture on to the next area. Main entrance.
Oh.
What?
Oh. There's an O on the floor.
Oh yeah. Tangle Tour.
Twir.
Twir.
Oh.
What?
Oh, can we not pick it up?
Tangle.
Twir.
Okay, well, Tangle Tower it is. Oh, what's this?
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
No, definitely.
Okay. The envelope has been ripped open. There is a single piece of paper inside. The combination is drawn on the other sheet. Once you have it memorized, destroy it. I do not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down here. Okay. Oh, I guess they actually destroyed it because that's all there is to the letter. I'm gonna assume that is for the kappa. I'm calling it the kappa. I don't know what else it is. Kappa statue in the garden.
Looks like someone tried to chop it down, but then gave up.
Can you blame them? That leads back to the gardens.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us. Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not?
Okay.
It's a little melody.
Oh boy.
Little bird feeders.
How do you know they're for birds?
So I'm gonna assume we're gonna have to.
Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume.
A path leading towards the stone square.
So there's 2 places. Oh, you very specifically want us to go here. But what
Let's head
happens?
to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the West Tower, I think.
Okay, fine. I was like, I know you want me to go this way, but can I go this way? Go the other way? Clearly not. Didn't even pretend that it was an option.
It's not locked. Sally, check those plants for clues.
Is soil a clue? A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room.
Okay. Just seeing if it's gonna
We
say
should try and be
anything else.
finished before it gets dark. No pressure.
Okay, fine.
What
Let me-
is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Oh, okay. Who's the Remington? Okay. Fiona Fellow.
Fiona Fellow, dead center. She must be important.
She's half Fellow and half Remington.
Ah.
Do you think she still lives here? Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Selena Stonetop.
Selena Stonetop.
No family line. Apparently, she just appeared out of nowhere.
Someone from outside.
Lady Fellow.
Do these people not have first names?
Yes.
Lord Fellow.
Looks like he was married twice.
Scandal.
Ah, okay. So you have... Alright, so here's the legitimate line. Lord Fellow, Lady Fellow.
Felix Fellow. Looks like he married his way into the Remington family.
Do you think he still lives here?
Flint Fellow.
A purebred fellow, if there ever was one. Married a randomer, though.
Do you think he still lives here?
Emily Everstone. Do you think she still lives here? Fitz Fellow, half Everstone.
Do you think he still lives here?
Okay, these questions.
Felicia Fellow.
Freya's mother.
Do you think she still lives here?
Damien Dusk.
Whoa. Is it too late to change my name to Detective Dusk?
It's Freya's father. Do you think he still lives here?
Okay, so I'm assuming that question is gonna follow up for a lot of things. So, Lady Lord Remington, Felix Fellow married Flora Remington.
Flora Remington.
I think she's mentioned in our case file.
Oh, she was the person that was being... And they... part of the legitimate family line. Their daughter's Fiona. Seems the Remingtons also had a Richard Remington.
Richard Remington.
The one and only.
Never married, never had children, it seems.
Primrose Remington.
I always liked the name Primrose.
Do you think she still lives here?
Okay. And the Primrose Remington married into the Pointer family.
Percival Pointer. He married into the Remington family.
Do you think he still lives here?
Pandora Pointer.
Pandora? Okay.
All this alliteration isn't happening by accident, is it?
Do you think she still lives here?
Buck Brackley.
What a name.
Do you think he still lives here?
Penelope Pointer.
Half Pointer, half Brackley.
Do you think she still lives here?
Okay, just last person, even though
Poppy
everything's just been
Pointer.
the same.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
Okay. So,
It's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
okay. There's the Fellows and the Pointers.
A big letter F.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion? This one has a big P.
That's probably important.
How very P-ceptive of you. Finally, we get to investigate a murder in a spooky mansion.
It's not that spooky, really.
Don't ruin this.
Is it anything?
Finally, we get
Okay,
to
no,
don't
same
ruin this.
thing. What about...
Finally, don't
Okay.
ruin this.
What about these?
Finally, don't
No,
ruin this.
okay, it's the same thing. So either way, it's probably want us very specifically. Okay, I have to grab in to the murder, to the crime scene. I almost said the murder spot. Flora's Tower. Oh my, ma'am, have you just been here this entire time? Also, I guess this is not a secure crime scene?
Let's take a look at that painting first.
Okay, fine. Everyone's...
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
Actually, I skipped.
There's something wrong with
Hopefully
the
I didn't
crime
skip.
scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
Okay, I gotta stop pressing. I'm assuming they're just going. It's just continuing on by itself. I don't know. It most made it look like I was skipping things. I don't know.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Oh, we haven't even. It was removed because Freya put it there. Because Freya was gonna eat it. Because it stabbed Freya. Flora's holding an. This is the only thing I can think of.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood, but Freya stole it.
I'm not stole.
Almost.
Sorry.
Maybe just... Flora's portrait
There we go.
is
Sorry.
holding a knife tipped
I
with
just saw the
blood
S.
because it stabbed Freya.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting. Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
The case is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
Okay. An unfinished painting. Okay, now can we look at... begin investigating Flora's tower.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle.
She fell on her back. How's the...
No real signs of a struggle.
Because it looks like, I mean, she fell on her back, then the way the blood's pooling.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Okay. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Oh, interesting. We can... Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what this was. Is there something in particular I'm supposed to be looking at here? Or do? Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to be doing something there or clicking on something specific.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Palette has a variety of paints loaded onto it. The largest is a blob of black in the middle. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint.
Freya's painting supplies.
Small glass pots of red, yellow, blue, black, and white paints. The glass pots are all cracked down one side. Okay.
Freya's painting supplies.
Oh, and that just brings us back to that. Okay. And then here we can take a closer look.
There it is. The unfinished portrait of Freya Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
Everything seems to have a crack. It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. It's pointed towards the middle of the room. There's noticeable cracks running through it, all the way from the horn down to the tape deck.
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
The cassette tape has a crack down the middle. There is a handwritten message on label to Freya.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
I think it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
Okay, swap the positions of the gems, rotate the egg, and see the clue on the back. Okay, so this is where they need to be. Blue, blue. Oh boy.
Nope.
What?
Did you check the clue on the back of the egg? I'm pretty sure it explains where to put each of the gemstones.
Okay, I thought this was telling me to click it. So do we just... Oh, okay. Wait. Oh wait, this is upside down. Because this here doesn't match. Does it? Wait, hold on. What's So I'm looking at this line here, but the only one that matches is here. Oh, okay, you know what? So I think... So we're not actually directly following it. We're following what the lines should be. So the curved one, we have red and blue. Okay. The short one here is red and... So we need to switch to this, and like this is the green. Okay. We have this one, which is... Oh, there's this one. Here you go. Diamond and a triangle. Right? We all did the big lines. I think there's just two left here. So I think this needs to be a star. What's the other one? That's correct. Is this correct? Where's the line? Oh, this is... Oh, these ones are two diamonds. I am missing one. Triangle. Purple and yellow. I should just go by the colors, not the purple and yellow. Okay, so something's wrong here. Because it's not saying anything. This seems right to me. purple and blue. Red and blue. Red and green. That seems correct. Huh? What's wrong? It's not okay.
Just gonna rest my brain.
Okay, so we have that. Oh wait, is this door?
That's the only door in and out of the room.
Why is
It's
it?
also on the floor.
Yeah.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
It's so dark back there.
Somehow the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very far into the room.
Is this any more with this?
The outline of Freya... There's a signal.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably...
Let's check the case file again.
I don't know why it's telling us to check the case file again. It's not gonna look at anything else here. Unless this... Okay, ma'am.
Freya Fellow?
Oh, right.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Freya
okay.
was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried.
Okay. Statement.
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
Okay, go.
She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Okay. What's this? Oh, that's locked. Okay. Well, I guess the only thing is
that
this
an egg?
so
An egg.
far.
What a completely ordinary...
Okay, so let's take a closer look at it. I wish this could go away.
Nope.
Fine.
Did you check? I'm pretty sure it explains where to put each of the gems.
Okay. There we go. So this is a triangle diamond. Assuming...
Reset the puzzle?
Okay, I just had to double check. There's that one. This one's just 2 diamonds. I'm trying to figure out, like, what was I doing wrong with that previous one. Red, blue. Red. Blue. Okay. Purple, blue. Purple, blue. This one is red, green. Red, green. And our last one is this one here. Which, I don't know, do I just need to switch these? How come it's not... Unless I'm just supposed to reverse all of it. Doesn't make sense to me. Is there any of them that I am doing wrong in some way? Because it's not like these... Yeah, the gems themselves don't rotate, so that doesn't matter. Am I just supposed to reverse all of them? Oh wait, there's nothing I need to reverse with that. Doesn't seem to be. Okay. I just put things back the way it was. So... I don't know what I'm missing here, because I would assume just by looking at this that it is following the lines that they are making. So we have this one here, which turn on side is this one. But I think I have everything in the correct position, but nothing is really going. So like this one, it's on, the red's on the short side, so I also have red on the short side there. Purple's on the short side with this one, which I believe is correct there. You have this one with the little hump. And the red is by the hump. The blue. So what's wrong? Well, I'm getting something wrong here. Otherwise or I'm misunderstanding something. I don't know. I really don't.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad.
Oh wait. That's what I need to do if I solved it? I didn't... What? Okay, I just thought it would... Alright, so I need to click that button up there when I solved it.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining of the egg is soft, velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws. Okay.
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open window. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
Okay. I think this is just gonna... Obviously, we can't question Freya. She's dead. So, let's go down then. There are other rooms that we can go to, so let's go on the left side of from the lobby, or where you call it. Ah, there's a library. Who are you?
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk...
Correction. You do not need to talk to me.
Oh no? How come?
Because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis? About the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, Could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Okay.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
Okay.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
What?
She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Okay.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became, 1, increasingly independent, and 2, increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted. 1 scientist, 1 artist, and 1 musician.
Sounds like quite a team.
Okay.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been... non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss. something she has been unable to move beyond.
Okay.
Name: Fiona Fellow. Age: 19. Profession: amateur microbiologist. Likes: the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes: the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes: kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Okay. Oh god, we can...
What is your opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
I'm going to assume by her they mean Freya? I hope I'm getting the name right. Sorry, all the names starting with F is definitely F or F or P or so on.
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell...
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene.
Apart from the one in the painting.
Which, as a mere abstract representation, does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
What about a palette knife?
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are?
Curious. Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course. The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring. The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Is she laughing?
Okay.
That belongs to
that
my mother.
reaction?
I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
Okay. I think that's it. We can talk to her, and I think that's also it
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
with the sets.
Can't wait.
Later. We still have to investigate this room here. To take a look at things. But not until next set. So thank you for liking if you liked. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya.